Hey, real quick, before we do anything, I got two things we gotta do. I do a really bad podcast called Cut the Tape. And for like the last 6 years, there's been no intro to it. So Lucas is gonna record everyone, and on the count of three, I need everyone to say, cut the tape. And that's gonna be the intro to the show, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Cut the tape! Lucas, did you get that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. Okay, welcome to Cut the Tape. Cut the Tape, you know, it's something I do for fun. It's to motivate me to open stuff that otherwise would just sit there for a couple years at a time. And it's the holiday season. I'm super busy in my shop. You know, I do everything by hand. I make everything by hand. I'm just saying, be a little patient, all right? It's not, Cut the Tape's not a weekly show. All right, but that being said, let's get to it. A bunch of stuff came in, and then I found some stuff in the basement. I got these guys. I got Studio Series RC and Laserbeak. I love the fact that they call it Laserbeak. Cyber Monday deal. It's great. Boom. He-Man, you know, I love He-Man so much. And then I found this in the basement. And I'm like, oh, let me put this on the shelf. And I'm like, oh, there's already 2 on the shelf. So I thought I should open one. Because I have 3 now. Let's start with Cyberverse. This is not something I ever found in stores. This is only something I found online. I just don't remember buying so many of them online. This is the Battle Call Starscream. The Starscream and the Megatron are the 2 hardest to get of that entire series. These have voice-activated play, which I don't believe. I think that's a filthy lie. So let's activate the play. It's December 3rd, 2022. Time's approximately 9:27 a.m. Later today, see now this I'll keep. I'll make a cool background out of that for something I'll frame later. Later today, Corey Feldman is in town. He's gonna be signing autographs at the comic book store down the street. Yeah, I'm gonna go get my Donatello signed. So then I will have 3 out of the 4 turtles from the film signed. And then I have a Goonies thing I'm gonna sign. All right, so here we go. Wow, do these arms not move? Oh, they're pegged in there tight. Quality control. Those legs are loosey-goosey. Will he even stand? He will. He will stand. All right, so I thought these were spring motion. They are not spring motion activated. Oh, tells me how to replace the batteries because the batteries are probably dead. Blah, 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 blah. Battle call. So, it says there's a reset button right here, on, and I'm going to, hello. Oh, shit. It lights up. As I talk, it's lighting up. Every word I say activates the light. I'm going to turn it off. Starscream, light your chest. Nope. Starscream, show me your spark. There you go. Wow. I never understood this Energon armor. I think it's a interesting idea. I'll be honest. I got into like episode 6 of Cyberverse and I was like, enough with the Windblade and Bumblebee, and just turned it off. I don't know if this Energon armor is in the show, what the deal is with it, or if it's just for like this toy. But, you know, Cyberverse, it's really meant for the little kids, and I don't predict that 20 years from now we're going to have a Cyberverse masterpiece figure. Then again, I couldn't have predicted we'd have a Skids masterpiece figure. So, I mean, anything's possible. Anything at all is possible. Let's see how the light looks through the Energon armor. And then he has a cat tail with claws, or kind of looks like a bat maybe. Maybe this is like a bat tail with claws and a bat face. And I don't understand how that relates to Starscream in any way whatsoever. But when you have an addiction, you go out and you get everything. I saw the other day that they had a Apple wristwatch, for the Apple Watch, the wristbands for the Apple Watch, and I'm like, oh, more stuff. Great. So I go click on the link, and the Megatron's already sold out. I'm like, oh, well, great. $40 for a wristband that I'm not gonna. Anyway, yeah, I bought the wristband. I got the Optimus one instead of getting both. All right, Laserbeak. I'm excited about Laserbeak. Check this out. It's got official GM licensed sticker on the back. So when a movie product gets released, Hasbro really doesn't make a whole lot of money off these. Remember, Hasbro sells them to a retailer, and then the retailer ups the price, sells it. When Hasbro gets that money from the retailer, part of it goes to Michael Bay, a part of it goes to Steven Spielberg, a part of it, because, you know, a part of it goes to Paramount, a part of it goes to Takara, who helped design the figure, and then what's left goes to Hasbro. So, not a whole lot of money there. Hey! What are the chances that this is going to be redecoed? And I don't mean into Cliff Jumper. You know what I'm talking about. This is a Bumblebee waiting to happen. Let's see. I do like how the Legends figures have become more and more articulated. There's more parts in them. Well, there were some Legends figures from Dark of the Moon that had a whole ton of parts in them. And the reason those were made, so many Legends figures were made for Dark of the Moon, was because those were an acceptable price point for emerging markets, such as places in the Middle East. I remember Turkey specifically being called out. So those markets wouldn't necessarily carry a deluxe figure. A leader figure is completely out of the question. But you can carry a Legends figure in those markets and get a foothold. So, with that being said, is your daddy home? They made a figure of a Bumblebee that kills a little girl's family. You know what this is? This is like that time period before the prequel trilogy came out, before like The Phantom Menace came out, where like Hasbro was just like making whatever Star Wars background character they could. You know, like they would be, here's the guy running in Bespin with the snow machine. That guy. And there it is transformed. Not the best place to put a connecting pressure joint guys. Come on. This is exactly how all of these will look like in 10 years when kids sell them at the garage sale. My arms will be missing. I promise you that. I promise you that. Hindsight's 2020. But I understand there's also limitations. Look at this. This is the background. I kind of want to keep that. I recycle all the backgrounds from the Studio Series, but I think that one is the most appropriate one to keep. Jesus. It's funny because it reminds me of the death of that little girl's family. Now, RC, Studio Series RC. Well, here we are, 2022, and did we ever think, even 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that we would get to a point where we're like, all right, stop putting out RC, we get it. We have like 10 of her. Why do you keep making RC? But here we are. That's where we are. Now this is a retool of, dare I say, Chug. Is it Legends or is it Titan's Return? It's one of them. This is a remold of that. I mean, the colors are great. The colors are great. I mean, it's really tight too. The waist is a little loose, but it's really tight. It's got that screen accurate gun. This is a win. It's got rocker feet, so you can really pose her. This is a win. This is just the back of it. This is a win. RC is a tough character to do because of the slender form. So it'll be interesting to see those toys from Rise of the Beast of RC and how they get that car to hide. Because, you know, Studio Series, I'm sure they'll get around to it. It'll be interesting to see where they put that kibble. All right. All this to the recycling. Now for the main event. He-Man. He-Man. He-Man, the most macho name in the universe. He-Man. It's like, you know, what's a pseudonym for that? It'd be like Man Strong. The fiercest man in the, I don't know. It's the most macho name that's ever, like, screw Superman. No, it's He-Man is the most macho name in the universe. That's where we're at. This is the 40th anniversary edition, 40 years of He-Man. So, there's been a lot of different 40th anniversary figures. This is the one that's easily the most available at retail. All right. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I really wish this figure had come carded instead of boxed. It's got the classic He-Man head. That's the appropriate head for the 40th anniversary. The hair doesn't quite fit on the head. Man. Oh, man. Man, look, that is perfect. That's perfect. He's got the battle axe. He's got the shield. This is a great figure. I wish he had a few more hands. He comes with a karate chop hand. And then there's a fist. And he comes with his classic battle axe. And shit, man, this is, oh, son. Oh, this is, I never thought I'd get so excited to play with an action figure of a man who's practically naked. But let's be honest, that's what this is. I remember my cousin Carlos, we went on a cruise when we were little kids. I mean, our parents were there. And I think his He-Man's arm fell between the pool and like the thing where the water overflows and it catches it. And that was the end of that He-Man figure. He-Man, I'm gonna take you on a little tour of the store. I'm known for Transformers. I love Transformers. They're my first love. But He-Man was my first toy. And so I have this beautiful Castle Grayskull statue here, standing behind my gift baskets. Right? Beautiful, beautiful statue of Castle Grayskull. I love Castle Grayskull. That to me is the most, I think, iconic playset in toy history. I got the Castle Grayskull cookie jar. I got the Castle Grayskull beer stein. I got the Castle Grayskull tree ornament. Man, something about Castle Grayskull. To me, it really is the most iconic playset in toy history. I think everyone would recognize. Most people my age, and even I would say 28 and up, would know Castle Grayskull. Anyway, I said I was meeting Corey Feldman later today. I'm going to have him sign my Donatello, and then I'm going to have him sign this beauty as well. So, with that being said, hey, plenty of Transformers art still available. I can ship and have it there for the holidays. Let me know. Contact me. Frame and Picture Shop, Wilbraham, Massachusetts. Keep your hands clean. Get boosted. Get your flu vaccine. And force yourself to find time to cut the tape. Otherwise, you're going to go insane. So, be safe, and I'll see you next time on Cut the Tape.